Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to this week's episode of Through the Glass Table. Hey. Oh.
And today we'll be reviewing Marvel's Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ooh.
Gender inclusion. Josh and Cher are back in Clueless 2. And oh boy, Alicia Silverstone ain't looking too great. This time, Josh resorts to shrinking himself down to the size of an ant in order to get to that Sweet Valley High pussy, if you can remember that show. Catherine Zeta-Jones didn't marry Michael Douglas for money, and everyone in the Marvel Universe is fucking dead, Deborah. So Ismail, what did you think of Marvel's Ant-Man and the Wasp?
I overall enjoyed it, but I had severe problems with it.
It's not horrible, but it's just, after such a magnanimous movie, such as SAT, Infinity Wars, it was just sort of like why this after that? It was like, throughout the whole movie, I was thinking, who cares?
So there's going to be major spoilers in here. It's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it now, you're not going to ever see it go.
So, but it takes place before Infinity Wars, so it's like the time frame right before it happens.
Yep.
That, for me, I think setting it that way set it up for a somewhat failure, because it's like you said, like the consequences of Infinity Wars don't really relate to this one, because it's just like, well, and
it's just sort of like the engine behind like why we are supposed to care about what's happening in here. It doesn't trump that everyone is fucking dead.
Yeah.
So I was just at the whole movie, I was just like, but you about to die. This one is directed again by Peyton Reed, who took over for Edgar Wright in the first one because he got fired. But I mentioned that because I feel like if you haven't seen an Edgar Wright movie, they're like tightly knit comedies with Shaun of the Dead.
And it's kind of like fast-paced jokes, and there's a lot of
that is what I liked so much about the first Ant-Man, because it's such a different pace. And even though he got fired, his DNA was still in that, because I think he wrote like the first and second draft for that movie.
Yeah.
This one is completely, I'm assuming it's completely Peyton Reed, who was the new director. And I felt like something was lacking.
What I felt more too of the movie was that he was trying to get the bones of the first one. Yeah. But it just didn't translate well, because it doesn't have that touch from the writing.
Because like he didn't completely understand why Edgar Wright made some of the choices that he did in that, and so it didn't translate.
It felt like a checkbox more sometimes. When I say that the film didn't really have a goal, I don't feel like the situations delivered the consequence of the characters. First of all, we're introduced to this badass character, Ghost, but she's not menacing. Like, she's not worthy of a villain title. And to have her conclusion be that she gets saved. Yep. It's just kind of like lackluster for me.
Also, too, there's like a long period of the movie where she's just not in it.
Yes.
So it's like, well, then who is the villain? Because it's not, I mean, spoiler alert, Lawrence Fishburne is also a villain. But then he like quickly turns too. So there was a long period where there was no villain.
So it was just like meandering for a while to the antics of Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then his kind of like journey within the family that he's trying to create with Evangeline Lilly's character. So I'm just like, there's too many avenues this is trying to go to, like, but it wasn't centered on anything. You know, one of the main reasons I wanted to see this film was for Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, she stole the movie for all 2 minutes that she's in it.
Oh my god. Yeah, she was not in this film at all.
Why cast Michelle? Somebody is like iconic as fucking Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah. If you're not gonna use her,
she had no like. It was just, who are you? It was just like, I have powers, and I'm here at the last 10 minutes of the movie. That was just like, that is a fabulous ass bitch, and this is all you do with her. She was fucking Catwoman, and this is it.
This film felt like it was a placeholder to explain the events of what happened in Infinity War, the sequel.
This is four steps backwards of what we used to talk about when we saw like Doctor Strange and stuff. It was like, these movies are vehicles just to get you to the bigger goal. Whereas they had changed that a little bit with like Spider-Man and what else did we like?
Thor Ragnarok.
Like, those movies were self-contained. I mean, of course they do still have to do with Infinity, whatever.
But I don't think their main focus was to try to tie it in. It became its own entity. And
it seems like this movie, sole purpose is to tie into another movie that's coming out next year.
Yeah. Speaking on the portrayal of characters, I didn't really find Paul Rudd's character in this one.
Oh, he's not the main character. He is the main character, but he's not the main character.
Yeah, it's Michael Douglas here.
Yeah, but it's like they wrote a movie where Michael Douglas was the main character, but then they put that through the perspective of Scott Lang.
Yeah.
Scott Lang's storyline is complete. I mean, literally in the first part of the movie, his storyline is complete. So it was just like strange that it was from his perspective. If everything was about their family of Evangeline Lilly and Michael Douglas, it was like, why make it from him?
I think the rich story comes from if he was kind of embedded more into their relationship. I think that would have worked better.
Yeah, because Michael Douglas's storyline, even though it's a little basic, that is the meatiest parts of the movie because it's sort of like top it on top, like with Ghost's storyline and then how his wife got stuck in there. It is kind of like about him being a selfish prick. Yeah. And how he doesn't care about, he just focused and doesn't care about who he's affecting around him.
If you come into it for the first time, maybe you'll enjoy it a lot better than I did. But I just felt that there was no game.
I think we've said all we can say.
Yup.
So Ismail, what would you give Ant-Man and the Wasp?
I gave it a solid 2.5 out of 5. Like it was not a terrible film. For me, it didn't feel like the Marvel films that we're getting up until this point. I
would have to agree. I would say like 2 out of 5. It just felt like I never read the foreword in a book, and this was a foreword in the phase 4. Yeah. It's just like it's not horrible. It's okay, but it's unnecessary.
Anyways, thanks guys for watching this week's episode again, and please look out in the future. Bitch, what? Oh yes, look at all this fantasticness going on. I love paint.
We're trying, guys.
We designed something new for you guys because we got tired of blue walls and bullshit. And so, thank you. Please look for new videos that we're gonna have soon, and we're trying this new thing where we review films and put it up a week after the release date because we just don't want to spoil too much for you guys on the weekend.
The fuck over it, y'all.
Anyways, don't listen to him. We want to talk about the film, so there's going to be spoilers from now on. So, bye, guys.
Bye.
And keep watching, and please subscribe.
Bye.